Living in a city like New York, there's energy everywhere. There's gas coming out of the walls to cook with. There's electricity to run our lights and charge our phones. It's really not hard to find, but for half the planet, finding energy is incredibly difficult.
The magnitude of the number of individuals who are reliant on solid fuel for cooking was increasing. In fact, we now have 3 billion people who are relying on solid fuels for their cooking needs. And now we have over 4 million people every year who die from exposure to cook stove smoke. The idea is to be able to, number one, raise awareness about this issue. Number two, addressing this issue, you can reap positive health benefits, environmental benefits, benefits for women, and very direct livelihood and income benefits as well.
BioLite is a personal scale energy company. Primarily we focus our work on the 3 billion people around the world who live in energy poverty without access to clean fuels or stoves for cooking, and electricity for charging mobile devices and lighting their homes.
The Global Alliance for Cook Stoves was launched in 2010, and we had 19 founding partners, and we're very pleased to have had Shell as well as Shell Foundation, an independent charity.
We realized that half the planet was still cooking on smoky open fires. So BioLite uses advanced technologies that use forced air that gets pushed into the fire in a way that essentially reburns the smoke particles within the fire. And the way that we power those fans is by borrowing a small fraction of the thermal energy from the fire and converting it into electricity using a technology called thermoelectrics, which are solid-state semiconductor devices. I always liken them to solar panels for heat instead of light. Together, that energy can then power these fans that reduce the emissions.
We realized that we needed to create the Spark Fund to be able to support both additional capital to scale up these enterprises, but also to use some of that funding to further strengthen the individual businesses. It wasn't a surprise to me that Shell came up and said this is something that we truly believe in. It supports enterprises, it supports the ability to grow those enterprises and to provide choice for consumers. What we do is really try and facilitate choice for the end user by supporting different enterprises and organizations so that they can produce stoves and fuels at scale to serve the needs of the population.
Through the Global Alliance and its support from Shell, BioLite was a recipient of a Spark Fund award, and it was through grants like the Spark Fund that we've been able to refine the model by which we bring products to our end customers. We think there's a tremendous amount of synergy between these various forms of energy. Just take a look at our stoves, right? They are able to convert the chemical potential energy in sticks into both heat and electricity, right? And all that energy is there. We just needed the right tools to make it useful in the formats that we needed. And we think that that's true across the energy spectrum, whether it's cooking, charging, lighting, refrigeration, clean water. These are all things that are enabled by energy. Every time we start to work with a new community, we want to make sure that we have a long-term presence that doesn't just deliver the product. It's a very gratifying process